Hello out there, folks. It's Dave from Dave Station VR, and today we're talking about Operation Warcade. Now, this game is a throwback to stuff like Operation Wolf, which I don't know if anybody remembers by name, but it's one of those old arcade games where you got the Uzi gun sitting on a pedestal and you hold it and you shoot at the screen. So that's what they're going for, but it's a really cool VR experience, really out of left field, and I had a ton of fun with it. So Operation Warcade is a PC VR port, and it's got really great reviews on Steam. And I gotta say, they did an incredible job of porting it over to PSVR. First of all, big thing, they added aim support. And I gotta say, the aim is the way to play. You can play with the Move controllers, or the aim, or even the DualShock 4, so you don't actually need motion controllers. And they all work really well. Sort of like Arizona Sunshine, they've implemented different weapons, different mechanics, based on whether you're playing with the aim or the moves or whatever. And they all feel great, but the aim is definitely the way to go if you've got one. This game really nails the feeling of being in an arcade in front of one of these old shoot-'em-up machines and just pumping quarters in and having a dumb, fun time. It reminds me of old Sega light gun games, and it evokes the feeling of being in an arcade way more than any of the stuff that we have on PSVR currently. Wave shooters always feel like they're going for the arcade style, but this really feels like being in an arcade, and it's so well done. Another thing this does really well is that there's constant variation. So you'll be playing through a stage, and you're going through in the standard view, which is kind of like a scrolling window that you look down into, and you shoot stuff in a 3D space. And all of a sudden, you'll just teleport into this thing called an immersion point. And when you're in there, it's full first person. You might be shooting at guys, you might have a rocket launcher, you might be driving a tank, you might be flying an airplane. Who knows? All kinds of stuff can happen. They're constantly changing it up throughout a given stage. And there's crazy pickups in this game. There's a gravity gun you get at one point. You can just grab whole boats and throw them, grab guys and throw them into a helicopter. It's so much fun. There's like ice grenades. It's crazy, guys. It's a ton of arcade fun.
Outstanding.
There's also almost a little bit of a super hot feel to it sometimes because you can dodge incoming bullets with your body, and you can actually block incoming bullets with your gun. So that's a cool little wrinkle as well. I like that. At this point, you're probably wondering, like, okay, it's a cool little arcade game, but how much content could there actually be? And surprisingly, there's quite a bit. So there's 36 different stages split up into, I think, 6 or 8 areas. And each one has 3 missions, like 3 medals you can get. And those medals are what unlock progress in the game as far as getting new stages. So you got to complete challenges in each stage to be able to move forward. There's a total of 108 medals to get. And like I said, 36 stages. It should also be mentioned that there's another optional mode called Classic 3D Edition, where what you do is you're really pretty much just looking at a flat screen as if you were in an arcade in VR, but your gun's floating there in front of you, and you still have the immersive moments where you get sucked into the screen and everything. So that's a cool little diversion as well. You could spend some time with that, and it's got a little bit of a different campaign progression. That's only 6 stages. It plays all the way through like an old arcade game, and that's pretty fun as well. If I had to say any complaints, the graphics are obviously a little bit rough. There's a lot of pop-in, everything is kind of low res. But once you're playing, it's so easy to overlook that. You just get into the fun of it, and I really didn't care about the graphics after a few minutes. It felt like being in an old Sega arcade game, and I loved it. I've also got to mention the incredible ragdoll effects in this game. Oh my god, when these guys go flying, it's so much fun. It's hilarious. You'll love it. So Operation Warcade is coming to PSVR on April 11th. The price, as far as I know, is not final yet, but it should be under $20 or right at $20, in line with the Steam pricing. I'm going to skip the numerical score on this one, but it is a very high recommendation from me. I had so much fun with it. I think you will too. If you're into old school arcade shooter type stuff, this is so up your alley. Go get it when it comes out on April 11th. And once again, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you so much. If you enjoyed this review, go ahead and click a like, hit subscribe, put a comment down there, whatever you feel like doing. I appreciate it so much. I will catch you guys later.